Hey writers, it's Mrs. Shrink. Okay, as I promised you, I want to show you in my writing what I did to have red, blue, and yellow, and then how I make decisions as a writer to make changes in my work. So, like you've been doing, you'll be in your Google Doc that you've been writing your story on. You should have your whole draft written, all 5 scenes, before you start this work. So if you need to finish drafting, and then start revising. What I did in my first 2 scenes is I went in and I highlighted the parts that stood out to me first as description. I did that in blue. So the only part I really highlighted in my first paragraph was that Amanda was an 8-year-old third grader who was as tall as a middle schooler and really disliked not blending in with her friends. Because I felt like that part told me a lot about what she looked like. So I highlighted that with description. Then I went back through and I used the lens of action or red. And I looked for areas where I had strong action verbs. And I highlighted feeling a lack of confidence. She pulled the same pair of long jeans out of her hamper and hoped that no one at school would notice that she wore them yesterday. So I saw that when I described that she pulled them out and hoped that I could see her doing that action. So I highlighted in red. In my second scene, I highlighted Amanda plops down, moves her backpack to her lap, and tries to squeeze her knees into the bus seat. That was me describing the actions she was taking. And the last part, Amanda pulls her legs in and shoves them into the seat, knowing that by the time she arrives at school, her knees will be aching. So I saw the word shoves there, so I highlighted that. She's not necessarily highlighting every action you see, but you're highlighting the parts where you feel like you did a really good job describing the action that your character was taking. The last time I read through these scenes, I highlighted yellow, dialogue, anywhere my character was talking. Like, "Mom, I can't find any pants that are long enough in my drawer," Amanda yelled down the stairs while she was getting dressed for school. "Can I sit with you?" asked Amanda. "Of course," says Amelia. "Ugh," she sighs. "I'm so tall I don't even fit in the bus seat." So anywhere I had that out loud talking, I highlighted it in yellow. Let me show you in the next paragraph. I continued this work, and you'll continue it all the way down your story. I wanted to show you how I go about highlighting. So I'm going to find a part that I want to highlight. And I see another quotation mark here, some more dialogue, where it says, "Amanda, you play up front at the net. Your height will really help you out," says the gym teacher. So I'm going to hold down my finger on the first word, which was Amanda. When I hold down on that, these little blue dots pop up. I'm going to take the second blue dot and drag it to the end of the part that I want to highlight. Now I'm going to go to my edit pencil in the bottom. At the top, my highlighter pops up. I wanted to make this yellow, so I tap my highlighter and I tap yellow. Now I've highlighted that dialogue in yellow. And I would keep doing this the rest of my story, making all those yellow dialogues. After I've done all my highlighting all the way through, I'm going to analyze my story. And I know I only have my first 2 scenes done, and you're going to want to do your whole story. But as I look, I don't see very much blue. I see lots of yellow. I see plenty of red. But blue seems to be the part of my details palette that I might need to add a little more in. So blue is description, using the 5 senses. Makes me wonder where in my story could I add more about the 5 senses. I come down to this scene where she's stuck in the seat and she talks about how by the time she arrives at school her knees will be aching. But it makes me wonder if I could add a part in there where she's actually feeling her legs aching. And that would be a feeling she feels. That might work. Or, so I keep going down, and she's getting ready to play in the volleyball game. I do say she's feeling like she might throw up from being so nervous. I wonder if after that part I could say something about her heart is pumping so loud, it's like she can hear it inside her head. That would be a nice hear and feel. So her heart is pumping so loud that she can hear it inside. Oops. that's another part where I'm using description. So I'm going to select the word, and then I'm going to drag my dot just to the end of that part, and I'm going to highlight it blue. I don't want you to be worried about if you accidentally forget to highlight something, but I just want you to pay attention and try to think to yourself, what did I do well and what parts do I need to add back in? So you're not going to lose points if you accidentally skip an action or you accidentally skip a description part. This is meant to help you as a writer try and figure out what do you have plenty of and what do you need to add more of, like I did with the blue. So yes, there was green and orange on our palette, but today we're just doing red, yellow, and blue, which is action, dialogue, and description. So I want you to watch the video again if you're not sure what I mean by that, and then come to your own story to read with those different lenses, looking to see what you already have and looking for parts that you can add in or change. Good luck with your revising today.